Grand rising, grand evening, whatever time it is for you. So, I've been guided to share some things. Um, I've actually never been guided to share what I'm about to share with the collective, but the fact that I am being guided to share this information means that it's relevant to either past, present, or future events. So I'm being guided to share some of my dream downloads and the visions that and experiences that I've had as a child. So I have been channeling for a very long time, from a very young age. And obviously, when I was a child, I was not aware that that's what I was doing. But the adults in my life were absolutely aware because when I look back at things in retrospect, uh, there's no way that they didn't know. Okay, so the first dream download that I'm being guided to share, this dream is a reoccurring dream that I would have. Actually, all of the dream downloads that I'm about to share are so deeply ingrained in my psyche that I don't think I'd be able to forget them even if I wanted to. And I'm guessing that's because they hold a very significant message and that needs to be shared, and I guess that time is now. So the first download that I received it took place in California. I'm from California. And in the dream, I'm between 5 and 7. And this is also the age I was when I had the dream. But I am at the beach and I'm standing at the shoreline, and all of a sudden, the entire ocean starts receding. And it all recedes back into this giant wave, a tsunami. Around me, everyone is panicking, and there's people jumping in their cars, crashing into other vehicles, people running and running. And in the dream, I looked around and I was asking everyone around me, why are you running? I stood there just firmly planted. And because even at that young age, I recognized that this wasn't an event you could outrun. This wasn't something that could be escaped. But I think that this dream download was so reoccurring because it is probably significant to a potential future event and natural disaster that will take place. It doesn't have to take place in California, but there's a strong potential that it might. I don't know. So that's the first dream download. The second dream download is very personal. So I just ask that you respect my experience and just be respectful. Of course, if you have any other interpretations, to what I share here, you're more than welcome to share them with me. I am open and receptive to all interpretations. So this next dream is, I'm guessing it's a dream from when I was like a toddler or something, but it's one that is very strongly and firmly ingrained in my psyche. So in the dream, I am in a pack and play, or like a, the thing that you would put like babies in to sleep. And my fingers are perched on the edge of it, and I'm staring up at a windowsill. And in the windowsill is my first abuser, the first person who was the usurper and thief of innocence in my life, a family member. In this dream, he is standing in the window, and he looks quite demonic. He had dragon wings, and he looked very reptile in nature. In the dream, he is fully unclothed, standing in the windowsill, and his phallus is exposed, and it is covered in thorns, black thorns. In the dream, I am forced and made to touch the thorn-covered phallus, causing my fingertips to bleed. I believe that this dream holds a macro interpretation as to a very specific energy, a parasitical energy that has infiltrated humanity And there are a lot of people operating right now who, in our world, who have been drawn to certain prominent positions, who are operating, or this energy is operating through. And unfortunately, a lot of these people are in positions where they have access to an entire victim pool of children and the vulnerable population. It is a very parasitical, perverse energy that is geared towards erasing innocence, as well as the Divine Mother God, because there is Divine Father God and Divine Mother God. This is all dual, you know? And the Divine Mother has been, it's been a whole agenda to erase her from all the religious texts, to erase her completely, and to usurp and destroy any light and innocence. So that's that dream download, which leads me into my next one. And this dream download, this one isn't one that I had as frequently, but it is one that stuck with me. I think I was about 8 or 9 when I had this dream, but I was in a garden. I am guessing it was the Garden of Eden. It was lush, it was beautiful, it was abundant. In this dream, I see a woman hanging from a tree, but not by a rope, it is by a snake. And a man goes up to the woman and starts feasting on her flesh. In retrospect, I now look back on that dream and I believe that that was Eden, and Eden was the fruit that Adam ate in the garden. And you can see this glorification of the consumption of the light beings and the prophets and the Divine Mother in, organized religion, where to commune you drink the blood and eat the flesh. Again, what is behind this is the very same parasitical entity and energy, that black hole energy that has infiltrated humanity. They seem to glorify the consumption of light and flesh and blood and life force, and they see women, the Divine Mother, the portals, the womb bearers, as fruit to eat, to consume, to harvest from, and utilize that womb sacred energy to manifest from, which is why as more and more divine masculines rise, they have this innate desire to protect the divine feminine, because there is an entire agenda to just erase her. And it's been going on for centuries, to erase her by consuming her. Moving on. Okay, so this last dream download isn't really a dream download at all. The reason why I say the adults in my life knew of my abilities is because of the things that I used to paint and draw. At 5, I was painting very intricate pictures of spirits, faceless, handless, blue, spiritual beings. I would draw very intricate pictures of women, naked women nailed to crosses. As a child, I just thought that I was creating art, but in retrospect, it was probably fairly alarming for the adults in my life. Anyways, I love you. And I think we've ran out of time, but these are some of the dream downloads that I received as a child. And feel free to interpret them yourself. And if it resonates, I'm glad that I could be of help. So I'm sending you all so much love to the universe and beyond. Bye.